Hello, I am Jacoby Joseph. Welcome to Red Hat Echoes News. What is a player's worth beyond the points on the board? What is a player's worth beyond the contract? Kobe Bryant, a synonymous name with grit, skill, and loyalty. His time with the Lakers wasn't just about basketball. It was a testament to sticking with your team through thick and thin. Basketball demands teamwork, sacrifice, and unwavering commitment to your fellow players. And as I say, Kobe Bean Bryant embodied that. He showed us that loyalty isn't just a word, it's a choice. So what's the final score on loyalty? Is it a winning strategy or a liability in today's game? You decide.
Welcome back to Any Second News. Today we're reviewing the goalie on the hockey team, Mr. Aiden Westonian. What do you think went well for the hockey team last season?
Last season, I feel as though we had a good attack. Sometimes we had some problems with finishing and getting the goal in, but we did have a solid forwards, and we did a good job keeping the puck in the other team's zone all the time.
Did you lose any significant players that built that attack?
We did lose Andrew Clements, we lost Nico Ferraro, and we also lost Joey Sampson, and those three were some big players on our offensive attack. So it will be challenging not having them this year. But we also got some new additions from St. Dom's, and I think they'll really help out the team this year.
And what do you think is going to go well?
I'm hoping we can take that next step forward. As you guys know, last season didn't quite fall the way we wanted it to. We missed out on playoffs, but we're hoping to make the step this year. And having 10 seniors, we feel it's going to go pretty good this year.
What are some difficulties that you might have, like the team might have, going into the season this year?
Going into the season, I think probably chemistry in the locker room. Just having the new environment with some of these guys who came over from St. Dom's or some of the upcoming freshmen. We're just not as well versed with each other yet, and it might take a little getting used to before we start working great together.
And what do you think some of the greatest things you have for the team?
Some of the best assets we have for the team this year is size and amount of, upperclassmen leadership. This is probably the biggest senior class we've had, at least in my experience. All 4 years of high school, we have 10 seniors, and height and weight wise, I mean, a lot of our guys are at or around 6 foot or above, and they can hit pretty hard, and they got good shots, and I feel like that's something EL hasn't had in a long time, and I think that's going to bode well for us this season.
Is there any strategy that you guys have going into the season?
We're putting a heavy emphasis on making sure that we can finish on a lot of plays. Last year, we really struggled to ensure the puck ended up in the back of the net. We'd have a lot of chances during the game where we'd get a shot on, but we didn't have anybody in front of the net to really finish on it. And I think we're going to have a lot more opportunities for that this year.
This is Jan Lebdi, reporting for Edison News. What happens to a person when excitement and fear all collide in one moment? What if purpose, struggle, and ambition only exist when we create them? The Look into the Climber by Shinichi Sakamoto. A silent outsider, a young man who turns to the sheer face of a mountain to fill the hollow space inside him. The story is raw, unyielding. It pulls us into the solitude, that obsession, and the discipline that shapes someone desperate to understand themselves. So in the end, we're left asking the same question Mori asked himself. What is change?
I'm Yadiel reporting for Eddie's Echo News on the EL Math Meet that's coming up December 10th, aka this Wednesday. It's a math meet, you say? Well, basically, it's a math competition in which different schools and different teams from various areas of Maine go into a different school, in this case EL, and answer various math problems, which could range from geometry to matrices or just other various math concepts. And those schools have to try to get the most points possible, and the one with the most points wins. See, and as part of the math team, I think we have a very good chance of winning. This has been Yadiel reporting for Eddie's Echo News.
Hey Eddie's Echo, I'm Zach Post and this is
Caitlin.
We're going to be talking to you about some art, and so I have some questions for you. What role does art play in your life?
You know, honestly, it's just a part of me that I like to do. A fun hobby, one on board. Something special.
Yeah. Does art find peace in your life?
Yeah, pretty much. It's very peaceful to do art. Very peaceful.
Yeah. It's definitely a peaceful thing to do.
Yeah.
How do you think that your art... Sorry, let me rephrase that. How do you bring your art to life?
Most of the time, it depends on what kind of tool I'm using. But with arts, for me, I like to sketch, I like to color, sometimes painting, but I haven't painted in a while. But I know that when it comes to making things more realistic, I like to use a bunch of different tools to create something big.
Yeah. What type of art do you like to do?
Sketching and coloring. Like I said, sometimes painting too.
Okay, well, thank you for answering these questions for me.
Yeah, of course.
And I hope you have an amazing day.
I will.
Yeah.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, hi.
Hello, hello.
What's your name?
I am Miss Brooks.
Okay, I have some questions for you about music and arts.
Yay!
And so, my first question is, what inspired you to be a music teacher?
So I think it all goes back to my grandfather. So my grandfather was a music teacher, specifically a high school choir and orchestra teacher. So I was surrounded by music, and I saw him go through it, and I was like, oh, that's kind of what I want to do.
Oh, cool. I guess that answers my second question of who inspired you.
My grandfather definitely did, and then my high school choir teacher too. She actually taught both middle school and high school, so she was really, really influential in encouraging me to keep going with music and singing, and so she was also an inspiration for me.
Cool. How do you think art and music helps kids in schools?
Ooh, okay, I think it's super, super, super important, and there are like 5 million reasons why, and I could go off on all of them. But ultimately, I think music and art is a way for students, and for anybody really, to safely express themselves. We kind of create our own kind of community within the art and music community. So I think it just helps us be more human. It can help with mental health. And physical health too. And just so many different things, music encapsulates literally everything, like all the other subjects, and art can too, definitely. And I think it's just it makes us human.
Oh, definitely. What do you think the future of music and art will be?
Hopefully thriving. Hopefully, it is kind of interesting, and what I've noticed is that the younger generations do always have. You kind of pick up and carry the torch. You keep carrying the torch, and I think there will always be songs to sing, songs to play, art to make, and I think it's just seeing what the kind of what inspires the younger generations and what kind of music they'll want to sing, what emotions, what topics they're dealing with.
Do you think music helps kids focus on their educational classes?
I think so, yes. Because I think it can be a stress reliever, which kind of helps with all of our other classes, our workload. A lot of students have told me this is kind of a good space to just kind of like relax, have fun, and learn in a different way. And so I think it does help students with the rest of their classes. We also do math, we're singing about different lyrics, English, we're singing different languages. So it kind of helps hopefully it helps with other classes too in that regards.
Yeah. What advice would you give to students wanting to be in the music and art programs?
Just in general, like who want to join perhaps, or like ones that are in it that want to keep going.
Like in general in life.
Always try. Don't be afraid, even though sometimes I think people are a little bit hesitant. And I mean, I've noticed over the years, more and more students kind of are less apt to kind of sing or play or draw, like anything. And so don't be afraid. Like it's a good place to be, a good thing to do. It should help bring you joy of some sort, or be some sort of help to you. And once you've joined or taken that initial step to try music, just keep going. There's a lot in the art world. There can be a lot of critics, but try to take the critiques with an open mind and a grain of salt, and just keep being you, keep doing it.
Indeed. My last question of this interview is going to be, if you could perform with anyone, who would it be?
Like anybody?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. That's a good question. I think, honestly, maybe Kate Bush. I really like Kate Bush, and I will admit I kind of found her through the grapevine of the Stranger Things world, but I have once I actually started getting into her music and all that, I was like, oh my goodness, I kind of feel vocally similar to her when I sing like that. So, her, but honestly, Queen also, like Freddie Mercury, if he was, that would be like phenomenal. I'd probably pass out, honestly, but yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And we can't forget about the upcoming concert.
Yes! Everybody should come out and support the band and choir students. We are having our winter concert on Tuesday, December 9th at 6:30. It's free. Bring everybody, bring anybody, and enjoy some really nice holiday winter music.
Thank you so much for this interview.